Hello, my dear students. In the previous part, we studied countable and uncountable nouns. Now, in this part, we are going to use some words to talk about the amount of countable and uncountable nouns. They are called quantity words and expressions. نسميهم كلمات بتدل على الكميات، محددات. Now, I'm going to divide them into three categories. راح أقسمهم لثلاث أقسام. The first one is quantity words with countable nouns, and quantity words with uncountable nouns, and quantity words with both countable and uncountable. Let's take the first one, many. Many is used always with countable nouns. Now, on the other hand, we have much with uncountable nouns. Many and much have the same meaning. نفس المعنى لهم. الكثير. ولكن one with countable and one with uncountable. Now, we have also a lot of. A lot of can be used with both countable nouns and uncountable nouns. How? Let's look at this example. There are many cars in the parking lot. Now, notice here, there are many cars in the parking lot, and there are a lot of cars in the parking lot. Now, in the first example, as you can see, we used are, and in the second example, are, and the noun is cars because it's countable. And the quantity words in the first example is many, and in the second, a lot of. Now, there is much salt in the food, or there is a lot of salt in the food. The same here. There is much salt in the food. Notice here we used is instead of are because we are talking about salt, which is uncountable. And we said uncountable nouns are used as singular. Now, a lot is used in both cases with countable and uncountable. Now, if we want to talk about something less, a small amount, in this case we use a few in the countable nouns and a little in the uncountable nouns. And some, معناها بعض, that can be used for both countable and uncountable. Example, there are a few cars in the parking lots, and there are some cars in the parking lot, while there is a little salt in the food, and there is some salt in the food. Now compare, قارنوا. Some is used with both countable and uncountable. And notice here we used is with uncountable nouns and are with the countable nouns. Now we are left with last one, any. Now any is used in negative forms and in question, interrogative forms. يعني نستخدمها مع النفي أو السؤال. Let me give you a simple example. Now you want to borrow some sugar from your neighbor. بدك تستعير بعض السكر من جارك. You go to his door, you knock at the door and you will ask, do you have any sugar? لاحظوا شو. Do you have any sugar? يعني عندك سكر. He will answer me, he will say, sorry, I don't have any sugar. ما عنده. فبقول لي I don't have any sugar. لاحظوا في النفي كمان استخدمت any. One last thing. إيش أخير. Now when you want to ask about the amount, لما تسأل عن الكمية, you use how many and how much. I guess you know. How many for countable nouns and how much for uncountable nouns. For example, how much time do we have? Time is uncountable, so we asked how much time do we have? How many rooms are there in your house? Now I asked about rooms, so it is countable. I hope that was clear for you. See you in the next part.